So the way I'm seeing it is if we're the band, you guys aren't, and then you ask us questions.
Pretty much.
I think that'll work.
And then you become the band and we ask you questions.
Yeah.
You know what? He was actually talking to me today.
I swear to God, these two guys, right, this is John Zazula, Marshall Zazula. John Zazula was Megaforce Records. Anthrax and Metallica, he's responsible for them.
Right on.
He's and Testament, all of those bands. He's the man. These two people created all of that. Yeah, they're responsible for everything. Yeah. So if you're going to hear it, those are the two people that hear it.
And now we only work with Venom Inc.
And now they only work with us. And our manager, I think this is 12 or 13. So we started in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's kind of
we did Philadelphia, New York, then we went to Boston, we went to Montreal, Toronto, then we hit Detroit, Chicago. We did Cave Rock Festival with Overkill, then we did Spokane, Denver, Seattle, Vancouver, Portland, San Francisco. So yeah, we're at 15, I think.
How many more left?
180.
180?
No.
Oh my.
Now we go down to San Diego, through Texas, into Florida, come back up Baltimore, finish in New York with a special kind of bash we're doing, which is going to be a special evening, just to put the crown on the cake, if you like. And then we got a couple of weeks, we go back and we start the European tour. So we start UK and then straight into Europe,
Can I have a cake with a crown on it?
That's Tony's birthday present. Damn.
Fucking hell, you've told us all about the
crazy.
You're spoiling everything, man. I didn't even know about the fucking crown.
It was all being fucking spoiled.
Heard you had a birthday.
It was alright.
Well, both of you guys.
Everybody.
Right?
It was shit for him. To be fair, it was shit for him.
Oh, really?
I had a plan to do a dinner at the Rainbow for him for his birthday. We were going to get to Chuck Billy's house like early in the day, have a lovely swim and go, out on the water, and then have a barbecue and have a relax. And
then all the crocodiles came. And
we got a puncture, and it spent 3 hours to get the tyre fixed. And by the time we fucking got there, it was dark. Everybody was tired. We had a quick shower, and then in the morning we had to get down here. And then it's been so mayhem, so it didn't work out.
It's just what the road is,
Yeah.
It's just
you can't kind of plan.
You can't
it just
plan
happens.
Shit happens if you get over it.
So we seen you guys at Blackest of the Black.
Oh, alright.
You know what was weird? Glenn Danzig asked for us to go and play there.
Beautiful.
Which was great and a surprise to us. And we went, and it was in Silverado Canyon, his own thing, Ministry and Suicidal Tendencies and everything. And it was great to see everybody. But going on like a 90-degree heat in the afternoon was a bit odd. But it was the first time we showcased Arvia, the title track of the album. And when we played it, and the audience was singing the chorus, was kind of bizarre because we hadn't thought about that. And including the new album in the set, having that response when they're singing Countess Past, they're singing black metal, but when they're also singing Army Satanis back in the chorus, and that was the first time, was amazing. So the whole experience was quite exceptional, I think. Yeah.
Can we expect you guys next year at Blackest of the Black? Would you guys
at Blackest
of the Black?
I don't know if we do 2 years in a row, because they kind of try and mix it up. Most festivals want to mix it up with 2 year differences.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if they asked us, we'd be straight back there to play. Right. I'd like to play when it's dark because of the location.
That's what I was just about to ask you.
Yeah, we did it in the dark. We had some pyro with the moon out there. I ended up with the lake, but I mean, it's a secluded spot. But I mean, brilliant. He did a great job. And it is a great location, but it is in the wild and fuck all.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
You have to travel to get there. But
the only thing is, it's on somebody's private ranch.
That's it. But the thing is, you can turn the amps up to 11. Nobody gives a fuck. There's no neighbours.
Exactly. That's the best part.
Yeah, and we can blow the trees up. We can cause a fire, forest fire, blow the trees up. That's brilliant. Can't do that in like here. Can you? We're not allowed to do that here.
Anyway, remember?
So
remember the restraining order? You can't do it anyway.
That's what the police said.
Never do that. Even the bins, remember the bins, you can't fight the bins. Small children, dogs, you don't like dogs.
Yeah, dogs, you can't do that to dogs.
Can't fight dogs.
Not to dogs.
I had a question for you guys. Since this is the first time you guys have been in the 90s lineup of Venom, do you plan on, after touring this album, do you plan on playing any of those 3 albums in its entirety?
We plan on being in the 70s lineup.
Yeah, that would be
and
good.
then we're going to do
big boots.
with the big boots, and then we're going to do the 80s lineup. Then later half, when we did the later albums.
That's when I wasn't called Abaddon, I was only called Abba.
That when it was called ABBA.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do when Jeff went solo, we're going to do that period for a bit, and wear the clothes on, which is you're going to do the hair thing. And that's kind of how we're going to do it. We're just going to take each period and see how it works out. We're going to do
I want, you know, tartan, like white trousers with
yeah, like the basic roller
basic
period.
roller shit, like with your pants like this.
And,
all that shit. Doing all that.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, what was the question?
What are you doing here?
The question is,
Who are you?
you guys playing any of those Primeval, Temples, any
Yes.
of those albums in its entirety?
I don't know. In the entirety.
Because I'm sure there's.
I think what I think we should do. I think we should maybe play put an overseeing to task. And
Exactly.
maybe make that,
I'd love to
maybe
hear
make
that in its
a
entirety.
stage production, so you come and experience the whole battle for the heavens. That's what I think would be with live action, projection, and the band playing the songs. And I think that would be cool. You know, to go through all of the songs from the whole catalogue is the intention. Every single corner, every nook and cranny, to have it somehow that we're playing it live so people can experience everything that was beautiful about Venom. You know, but I think that as a focus, that would be amazing to do. It was, you know, it was always an intention, you know, with the stage setting and the pyros and, you know, these two guys, that's what they live for and see. So as a visage, I think taking something like what we were saying, that battle for the heavens, putting that on stage, awesome, would be incredible.
That'd be amazing.
So yeah, that could be a target anyway.
Talked to Gary Holt a couple years ago, and he told me that being an Exodus and that tour, Exodus, Slayer, opening up for you guys, Venom, that was the tour of their dreams. So how do you feel about being this big band at the moment and just playing with all these new bands that at the moment created thrash metal?
We've always been right from the days with Metallica opening up for us, Sepultura opening up for us, Cradle of Filth opening up for us, Slayer, you know, all these bands were excited to play with Venom and would say that they were influenced by Venom. It's not for us to say, that's for them to say. But like the bill tonight is a very, very strong bill, and these guys are fucking incredible musicians, and they've got a lot of fans that get the night. And we understand, you know, that we're not threatened by that. But we feel like that's given people who are paying a lot of money, a lot of hard-earned bucks, and that, you know, it's given them not just an hour and a half of us or 2 hours of us. It gives them the whole evening of diverse, different bands. You know, we've always tried to do that. But you know, Gary's just a cunt. I gotta tell you.
I love that answer, man. I love that answer. What do you have to say, Mantis?
It still blows my mind to think that, you know, all those years ago, Metallica, Slayer, Exodus, I mean, even when there was the reunion in '95 at the World Rock Festival, Machine Head were on those, you know, and I can still remember to this day this guy running up to me backstage, oh man, just shaking my hand on that one, oh yeah, I've got a go, and I walked into the dressing room and the manager had a coke. He turned around and went, what? And it was Rob Flynn. Didn't even recognise him. And then years and years later, you know, I met the guys in the concert. But it's still real.
Like
No, he's nice.
Nobody's good like Gary. Gary's
yeah.
But it still blows my mind to think that, you know, all these bands have opened up, and then you get all the younger bands, or even older bands,
Older, younger bands. Younger bands.
middle-aged. Well, let's go
Middle-aged, younger bands.
You're not saying that we were the
They're
influence.
older.
the elastic bands.
Elastic bands and rubber trumpets.
You must have a rubber.
And imagine them all in a big swimming pool and you're just naked.
Yeah. That was my birthday.
And Gary Holt's there. Being a cunt.
Oh, just spoiling everything. Spoiling everything.
Just go,
ruining
get out your kids.
Gary.
Get out your kids.
Gary,
and
no.
what friends there being really cool.
Yeah,
Get in.
Just so you guys know, we do a reenactment. Jamie plays Mantis and I play Tony.
That's brilliant.
So Jamie's gonna be
Excellent.
Alright, guys.
Sock puppet. You should do that.
He
You
is.
should so do that.
Those fucking Kardashians! I fucking hate them. Kill the Kardashians! Kill the Kardashians! I think consistency, I think the thing that I noticed was that if you go back to something like Welcome to Hell, and you step forward to the first ingredient, which is Primeval, and then you step forward again to Arby, you're covering a 30-year career of a band, and those albums sound very, very, very different from each other. However, when you put them on, you can tell that it's Venom. It doesn't sound like any other band. It couldn't be any other band. So consistency-wise, I think that whole thing across those years, you can dip down for some albums. You can say I didn't like this album or I didn't like that album, but that consistency of being Venom and sounding like Venom, I think that's something very proud of.
Yeah, I think that's quite astute. I think, you know, if you go Slayer and Iron Maiden, you go album, they're consistent.
Yeah.
That sounds like Slayer, that sounds like Slayer, that sounds like Slayer, that sounds like Iron Maiden. It kind of, not to say that those albums, you know, because I love Slayer, you know, and not to say that those albums are just repetitive, but there's an identity which stays there. Venom's identity was every single thing was different to the last. So their identity was not to be the same all the time, it was to change. So in that way of thinking, then it's consistent. Always as consistent as Welcome to Hell is to black metal, is to Over Satan, is to Calm Before the Storm, or Possessed, or Resurrection, or Venom's consistency is you never got the same thing twice. You got whatever happened, that's what you got. And that's kind of the beauty of it. You know, each show is an experience. It's this show tonight isn't like last night, and it isn't like the first night. It won't be like tomorrow night. It will be this night. And the music is, this is what's happening now, this is what's happening now, and that was the beauty of Venom, you know. It was like it kind of like it's a jigsaw piece. We didn't have a lot of time, we were under a lot of pressure, not so much pressure to produce, but pressure on a time scale, because Nuclear Blast had a time scale. We need this then, and we never worked like that before. We just let it happen. So we tried to fit into that. But you know, maybe that wasn't organic in itself. We didn't have time to think about it, we just went with it. Much like we did with the shows, we just said yes and went out there and started playing songs, just like that. And so that's how the album came together. And the artwork was just a piece that was like, that's the right piece. It all fits in, so you know, it wasn't like preconceived of this opus. It was just like bang, 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 great, let's go.
That's good.
Yeah, natural.
Awesome. Speaking of Nuclear Blast, how they been treating you guys?
Shit. I mean, good. Good. You said shit. Did you say shit? There wasn't shit. You said shit. Good. Good. They're really good. Really nice. Really nice. Apart from Nuclear Blast. But apart from them, really nice. Now they've been awesome. I mean, you know.
Did you see Need Records?
No. Good.
Yeah, we'll leave that one out.
That's in the bloopers file.
And at the boobs. The thing is, with most labels these days in particular, where they want delivery of artworks, finished tapes, finished everything, and they want to put as least as they can in and take money out of it. The difference we found with Nuclear Blast is they didn't tell us to do anything. They didn't say we had to do anything. They just had a schedule, said fit in the schedule. We delivered what we wanted to deliver. They didn't try and change it. They just supported it. And that in itself is incredible, that they believed in what we were doing. They believed in the band and they believed in what we were delivering. And that, you know, from our management, you know, we're fortunate to have John and Marshall Zazula, you know, Megaforce Records and all of that, you know, Anthrax, Metallica, Chuck Billy from Testament, you know, these people believe in us, and that's crazy for us because we were basically out there by ourselves doing our own thing, and we believed in ourselves, the fans believed in us, but you know, the industry were like, so now to be in a position where we have those people believing in us as well is incredible, you know. So
it just opens opportunities at some point.
It opens up. It means more people can hear us.
Yeah.
For a start, you know, those people naysayers. I mean, we still get them going, well, that's not this and it's not that.
Yeah.
And those people don't even come to the fucking shows. Like, you know, if you're going to say that we're not real, someone wrote on the internet the other day, only Cronus is real, and only Mantis is real, and only Abaddon's real. I said, well, I've just come back from the doctor's, I had a checkup. He says, I am definitely real. You know, it's like, you know, this person won't come to the show because he doesn't want to. Because if he comes, maybe his world will change.
Yeah.
It's like, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. You know, it's about the music at the end of the day. You know, and if you come to the show and you only want to see these two, who Cronus doesn't want you to see, then come and watch those two. Don't look at me.
Yeah.
I'm standing over there. Just stay with those two. You know, what difference does it make? But feel the music, because it's the Venom music from the first moment that changed people's lives, that affected people. And, you know, in Portland, we saw two brothers, one who had a broken spine in two places, and he said he jumped into a river and bust his spine in two spots. It was in traction so long, he was in so much pain, he said to his brother, kill me, for months. And his brother said, no. And he said, well, you know, and his brother said, I took in Venom records, played Venom to it every day. And there was the guy standing going, I can't believe I'm here. And I said, aren't you glad you didn't die? And he's like, I didn't think this would ever happen. That's music. That's what Venom does. It wasn't Cronus, it was me.
Yeah.
I was the first one to see him. He didn't care, it was just like he wanted to tell me. That's what the music does, you know, and that's what it's about at the end of the day. The music does how you feel with it. You make it emotional.
Also, don't jump in rivers.
And don't jump in rivers without a hard hat on. Yeah. Or shallow rivers, just don't do it. Yeah.
Well, earlier this year, me and my partner did a cover at a Sepultura documentary.
Oh yeah.
And it was a premiere, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And in that documentary, they were covering the band without Max.
Yes.
They mentioned that when the leaders when Max separated from the band, they were at that point where they could have been as big as Metallica.
Yeah.
So when I seen that, it kind of reminded me like of you guys. Like, do you guys think you guys would have been as big as if you guys would have made any decision?
I think we were always a little bit too. Maybe you could use the word extreme. Maybe we were too extreme. We weren't mainstream. Iron Maiden were always mainstream. Saxon were mainstream. Those kind of bands, you know, were kind of safe, hard rock and heavy metal. We were always a little bit too crazy, too off the wall. You know, you could take us or leave us. We've got a product in England called Marmite, and you either love it or you hate it. And we were known as a Marmite band. You love it or you hate it. There's no middle ground with us. So no, you know, to build up those sort of numbers like Metallica have, or you know, Slayer or Iron Maiden, to build up those sort of numbers, you've got to be, you know, you've got to be kind of a little bit safe and a little bit of a. Everybody's got to know what they're buying into, what they're going to get. With Venom, you never really knew that. You know, you would come along and see a show. The first pair of Technics would blow all the back line up, and then that would be the end of the show.
Yeah.
But you could, a lot of people still say, "Fucking hell, Staten Island, man! I was there to blew the back line up."
And why do you think there's that divide back then between you guys being mainstream and not?
It's just
like, was it your edge?
Commerciality. That's what you can sell and what you can't sell.
Okay.
You know, Satan doesn't sell.
Okay.
I mean, it's cool. It's
Do you think it sells now?
No. I think it's still an endemic problem. You know, because extreme music gives youth a voice. You know, like the Sex Pistols did, like Elvis did back in the 50s, you know, and when it's different, and the society wants to blanket that as being bad, because what that does is it breeds individuality. It makes you dress a certain way, think a certain way, listen to music a certain way, tattoo yourself, pierce yourself, and they go, and that's non-conformist. They don't want you to be non-conformist. You might have a voice. You might say what they're doing is fucking you up and it's wrong. And they don't want you to think that. They want you to just get up, do your shit, and let them do their shit and don't complain about it. And so the music itself speaks to youth. And go, fuck, I can scream and shout if I want to scream and shout. And something like Venom, which was like anti-church, which is the establishment. Well, that's not commercial, is it? You've got to stop that. And so, you know, comparing that to Metallica, who were anti-church, and Slayer, if you look at Slayer, they stayed the same, but it's not haunting the chapel anymore. You know, it's
It's been a long time since that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's Die by the Sword. It's all, you know, moving towards commentary, much like Harvey is. You know, Bloodstained Earth, or even Harvey Sintan is, you know, Lucifer's a light bringer of knowledge. Look at the cover. What is he telling you? You know, there's no busted earth with demons coming up, grabbing your soul and dragging you down. It's a quiet commentary. It's up to you to make a decision. You know, and much like the album Bloodstained Earth, you know, war, those are commentaries on our condition. Look at what's happening. You know, war is everywhere, but it's in your fucking local 7-Eleven. The guy who pushes in and you push him back. I mean, that's war. Trying to park in somewhere, arguing with someone on the street corner. You know, it's like it's part of our society. So it's just about saying, who are we? Look at who we are. You know, so you migrate into those things. But I think in the early days of man, that was their plus. People shit themselves. I mean, like, fucking hell. But then it also, from a commercial point of view, was like, oh, I'll just toe jam that out the door because, you know, how do you sell that?
Yeah.
How do you sell that?
Yeah, how do you play it on the radio? Right,
How do you play it on the radio? Yeah.
Yeah, I got in trouble setting fire to a police station. Yeah, that wasn't a good day. When you say trouble, what do you mean?
Anything that like that, man. Dude, like that. Or below. Jeez.
Apart from the multiple homicides, I was acquitted of that, so I'm okay.
You once filled it. You told me you filled in a Mercedes boot with petrol, and you had to close down the petrol station because the whole fucking boot was full of fucking.
Oh yeah, I did that.
which is a little bit naughty.
Yeah, but
That's a little unlawful, maybe.
It's unlawful. It's fucking unlawful.
the unlawful bit was when I threw my cigarette in.
Walked away like Steven Seagal. Walked away in slow motion. I'm going to go to get backwards just for fucking effect.
And I'm not coming or anyway. I would have got me visa if I did.
Yeah.
Quick interruption. Is there a phone jack over there? Focus on.
It's fine.
Yes, that white one. The
That's
white
why
one.
we're-
Yes, stick it in there.
There you go, love.
There you go, love.
Thank you.
Alright, and with all these remakes and all these movies coming out and stuff,
The Wizard
we
of
just-
Oz.
we
Is
just
this the
dipped
question
into
about
your
old
childhood.
soundtrack,
Huh?
Wizard of Oz?
what?
We're soundtracking the new Wizard of Oz.
You gonna do the soundtrack?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Called
Alright,
The War
cool.
with the Wizard.
The Wall with the Wizard.
A War with the Wizard.
There you go. That actually doesn't
That's
sound
fine,
at
Oz.
all relative to
That's
Wizard of
fine,
Oz.
No, I know.
At all.
It's very dark. Tim Burton's directing. I'm gonna play something.
Total.
Total. Yeah, because of the hair, probably. Because he was
Tin
very-
Man.
Tin Man. Tin Man. There you go. Tin. Yeah.
But you're not heartless, are you?
Artless.
Next.
No
No,
comment.
I'm not. No comment.
No comment, no post.
No comment.
So, with that being said, what movie would you guys like to see be remade, rebooted?
Him, Dirty Dancing. I like nobody puts baby in the corner.
Dirty Danzig.
Dirty.
Dirty Dancing.
It sounds like you guys said Dirty Danzig.
I know that's
Yeah.
what.
Oh, you did.
It sounds like you said that because we said that. That's
what
why
we
it sounds
said.
like you said that.
Okay,
Dirty
okay, okay.
Dancing. Nobody puts baby in the corner. And I see Dancing holding Jeff up like that. Jeff just beautiful. Look, I've even got a little bit of bristle there. I thought of that. Yeah. That.
That would be
Dirty Danzig.
Movies remade.
Movies remade that you're in as the star, as the female lead.
It's the female lead.
Exorcist.
Oh.
I'd like to see him. That's really
Yeah.
Jeff, the new Linda Blair.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Do the bit where you turn your head round. What's this?
Did you see how quick he did that?
It's incredible.
See that?
That is incredible.
No green screen,
he
that's
just
a bus.
does it.
That's
He
a
just
bus.
does it.
Real buzz.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Fucking incredible.
That is unbelievable.
There you go. The Exorcist. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Conan the Librarian, because Tony likes books.
I think books.
Yeah.
And the last time we asked you, you said that your favorite book was Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Could well have been, yeah. I could have said anything at the time.
Oh, okay,
Probably
okay.
gunslinger, but I could have said anything.
Are you reading anything right now?
No, I haven't for a long time.
Oh, you did read that? You read the description of the title and stuff.
Yes,
I usually
yes,
read.
yeah, but
I read the menus.
do not-
I read the menus
And the
at
menus,
restaurants.
I read
and all the stuff about Lemmy. I read all
And
that
the
stuff
stuff
about
about Lemmy, yeah. So he's reading quite a lot, actually.
There you
most
go.
of the
Mostly
labels
food
in-
related.
Food related, yeah.
Jack
I can't
Daniels-
tell.
Jack Daniels bottles.
Yeah, what's he
read them every
reading?
night.
Jack Daniels? Ooh, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
I'm getting older now, so the bottles are a lot bigger. It's like a
Yeah, we got to get bottles 3 times
It's
the
big,
size.
just so I
we
know what
can
I'm fucking
find them.
drinking.
So we can find
So we
them.
can read it.
Yeah,
like a-
you'll
So
be
it's
the
not,
freaks, the
it's not
bottles
because I
that
want to
big.
get pissed. I just want to read what's in the fucking bottle.
Yeah.
Can I
Marriage paperwork.
It's a go. Just on your left, just on your left.
Follow the smell.
You have to take me a road show in this interview. All right. So maybe 2 more questions.
Okay.
All right, cool. So last time we got a little political. Last time,
Did we?
did we? We did.
Donald Trump's your president. Fucking don't go.
All right.
Don't go there.
Last time, wait, hold on. All right, literally things were up in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. So now the shit has fallen to high hell. Okay. What are your thoughts about the situation in America right now? That's all we need. Perfect.
That's the answer.
Yeah.
That's the answer right
I
there.
just, watching it from the UK, we got our own problems in the UK,
Yeah.
but watching it on TV, and I've been watching Fox News for years now because, unfortunately Bill O'Reilly's now been sacked. But I used to watch it because I found that The Simpsons was funny, but Fox News was even better than The Simpsons. But I just found it quite remarkable what was going on. To watch it as an observer in Europe was very strange. And he was speaking to a portion of America who needed work, who needed health care, who needed things. But I think he said a lot, but whether he can achieve those things, I think it's kind of impossible. And I think those people, I feel sorry for the people. I don't feel sorry for anybody voting for anybody, and I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad, but the people who voted for him, they believe in him 100%. I don't think he can deliver. I don't see how he can deliver to them. And it's like, where is that going to leave everybody else? What, the new millennials, the liberals, you use that term now like there's some kind of slime falling off a wall. And it's like, well, anybody who doesn't agree is some kind of crazy. And you watch the rallies and you watch the fighting and the cop killing and just like what's going on in America. And you think, what's happened to America? It was all about family and community and building strength together and a wonderful place to come to, be adventurous and to succeed. And now it looks like that's all being decayed by I don't know what, I don't know what. Did someone need to go into the White House and kick the GOP in the fucking nuts? Absolutely. And did he go in and do that? Absolutely. Does he know what to do now he's got the wand? No, I don't think he does. And nobody's telling him what he does. He's in a game show. He's in a game show firing people. It's like, this is a dangerous thing you've got to do. And
At war in America.
Yeah.
War in America.
You know when they make these movies, huge blockbuster movies, and you see like these buildings crumbling in New York, and they make it so real that when you're watching these things, or you're watching like a trailer for them in England, you're sitting there and you're looking at this thing and thinking, is this abuse? Is this real? It was coming across like that. We were looking at stuff and thinking, am I looking at the BBC? Is this real? Is it a movie?
You can't tell the
Donald Trump
difference
looks like a
anymore.
kind of an actor, and he's this big character that we've always known in our life. He's always been there, but like all of a sudden he's the president, and he's I don't know if I'm looking at a movie or not.
He believes in himself, and he's the president, so he's in. So whatever happened, and he is the president, and he believes what he's doing. But I just think that he doesn't want people advising him because he thinks that everybody doesn't know as good as him. And the whole idea of the American government to have a Senate and a Congress is that one person hasn't got the decisions to make, or everybody has to pass through these houses. And to override that, Obama overrode that, and he made executive orders. And the reason Obama did that is because the Republicans said from day one, whatever you fucking bring to the House, whatever you bring to the House, we'll oppose. I don't care what it is, because they just wanted to oppose him. So that disabled him. So he made executive orders and said, try and put something on. I'm not saying he was good against Donald or anything. I'm saying I can see what was happening. Donald's now used that to go, I'll write all these executive orders, which he did in his first, 100 days. I don't know how many executive orders he wrote because Obama set the template, I can do that. But how many of them have passed and gone through? Like one? It's like, well, okay, you're just writing your name on bits of paper, but nobody's passing them through. It's like, it seems to be like the organized, the community of American government is failing everybody in America. And, when we go on stage, I tell the audience, that doesn't matter what happens in the White House, it's deal. So those are kind of anomalies which just leave you sort of kind of agog, So it's easy to say one thing, but I'm a believer in, words are just words, you prove it when you do it. So do it, if you say this is what I want to do, then do it, and make sure your people in the country that are living in the country, all of the people, regardless of their background, regardless of where they're from, profit from being Americans in America. Put America first then, but put it first. Focus on it.
Is Donald Duck really your president?
But Donald Duck,
It's ridiculous.
I'd rather have Donald Duck.
don't say that. You don't have to edit this.
All right. Well, with that being said, can you give us a little venomous message to the people of America?
Yes, go out and buy RV. Come and see us. Come and have a fucking party. Forget your bullshit. Come and have a party.
There you go.
Don't what?
Don't be a sheep, be a goat.
Yeah, don't be a sheep, be a fucking goat. It's about individuality. The album is your album, this band is your band, this music is your fucking music. Don't be influenced by what somebody tells you have to like or listen to or be. You be you, and that's it. Come and experience us, come and be with us, come and share. Music transcends your politics, transcends your language, transcends your everything, even your community. When you feel isolated, remember, you're not isolated, we're all in this together. So our music brings us all together. So come and share that music with us, and we're here for you, and that's it. We always will be. Amen.